In this video, I'll be talking about the importance of cultural awareness, intercultural communication, and the pros and cons of stereotypes. So far in this class, we've learned that intercultural communication and understanding cultural awareness is key in having a working society that accepts differences and creates inclusive spaces. To start off, cultural awareness is the ability to recognize the different beliefs, values, and customs that someone has based on their person's origins. Cultural awareness is a tool used to comprehend people from different backgrounds, experiences, and communities. It is necessary in order to use the right language, practices, and etiquette around other people based on their principles. If you don't have cultural awareness, you are not respecting other people's cultures, especially those that are not your own. We have all been using cultural awareness in Spain in these new spaces in order to navigate them better and learn more about the country we're currently living in. And with that, cultural awareness allows us to build more successful relationships in diverse environments and connect with people from all over. Being culturally aware is something you have to put the effort into doing and learning and doing the research, especially if you're going to be traveling to a certain country, understanding a lot of their practices, their religion they do, as well as their values is really key in understanding how to communicate with others effectively and properly. Per se, you want to know how to say hello because every country says it differently. So little things like that goes a long way. Intercultural communication is basically the communication between two people from different cultures. Intercultural communication allows us to have transcultural experiences to not only respect other people's cultures, but also learn from others as well. There are 6 imperatives for studying intercultural communication, which are self-awareness, demographic, economic, technological, peace, and ethical imperative. Intercultural communication is key in being able to break down and really enhance that building of awareness and enhancing your communication skills in order to really live with and amongst others as well. And for me, example, being competent in intercultural communication just allows me to build more relationships, but also serve as a bridge to others and helping them understand how to effectively communicate with people who do not look like them, especially since all of our experiences are so different. In order to understand someone, you kind of have to know their backstory and their roots and their places of origin is a big thing that really helps you understand why they might think a certain way or why they were brought up a certain way. And this is all you learn through intercultural communication. And then a stereotype is a generalized belief of someone based off a particular group they may be a part of. Stereotypes generally prepare us for encounters with yet unknown members of groups, and they give us some sort of understanding of how to communicate with the group of people we don't normally interact with. Stereotypes are avoidable, but sometimes we still subconsciously partake in them. Stereotypes are also when an opinion is formed about a person based on a generalization about the group, class, gender, or background the person may belong to. Although positive stereotypes do exist, negative stereotypes are a lot more common. Stereotypes often lead to preconceived thoughts and notions of people that can often be incorrect. We should avoid hurtful and harmful stereotypes and never judge someone because of their culture before we meet them. Stereotypes are useful tools if you find yourself in a new environment, in a new situation, and you need to make a quick judgments and fast decisions. And it can lead you to behave and interact a certain way based on the personality of the certain person you're around with. Another thing with stereotypes is that it allows you to categorize people into manageable boxes, which allows you to form expectations about people, about situations, making life more predictable and easier to understand. But the downside of using these stereotypes to make a judgment about someone is that it may be completely misguided and incorrect, causing you to act inappropriately or worse still, to offend someone. And a lot of times these stereotypes are racially motivated, which you prejudge people based on the color of their skin or where they come from. And this is when stereotypes are very negative, and these are the only kinds of stereotypes that I have really been exposed to. However, this is when being culturally aware really allows you to understand which stereotypes are hurtful And with intercultural communication, it's what teaches us how to interact with these different cultures after all, and being able to understand how these all three work simultaneously. And it's important that in order to really move forward and be comfortable in these spaces is to understand that we all come from different backgrounds, and learning to live with everyone and treat them fairly with equality.